Thank you for joining us for today's tutorial on AutoCAD Object Snap, also known as OSNAP. Presentation is presented by Eddie Lowe LLC, where we are creating tomorrow today. So looking at our agenda, what we're going to be doing is just looking at how to turn on and off the snap functions and some of the basic snap functions such as our midpoint, our end, our tangent, and our intersection snap functions. So I'll meet you over into our AutoCAD. Here we are in just a blank AutoCAD drawing, and we're going to look at our O snaps or our object snaps. So what is that object snap and why is it useful? If we are trying to connect two objects in AutoCAD, we can use the O snap to make those objects come to the exact point where they connect at that location. So if you're connecting two lines or you're trying to put a circle and a line together, there wouldn't be a gap, which would hinder us from other operations inside of CAD, such as the trim function or doing a hatch, which could create no border being found. So where is the OSNAP on our screen? We can find the OSNAP by looking in our toolbar, and down here you'll see that we have a square with another small square located inside of it. If you do not see this icon down here, then what you can do is come over to your customization menu, which is this hamburger on the far right side. We click that button and we look for 2D object snap. If we click that 2D object snap, that will toggle that button on and off in our toolbar. So with it checked, now we have it in our toolbar. So how can we activate the OSNAP? Well, first, we could do it by clicking the button itself. To toggle on, you click and it turns blue. You toggle again, it is no longer blue, and that can tell you that it is off. So on, off. Or we can use the shortcut command of using the F3 key. So if we hit F3, it turns our snap on. We hit F3 again, it turns our snap back off. So let's turn it back on and let's look at the different types of snaps. So right here, you'll see we have all of our different varieties, and I've already got the endpoint turned on. So let's use some of our current or most common snaps that we may use whenever we're doing a drawing. So let's turn the endpoint, the midpoint, let's also turn the intersection and the tangent on, or turn the tangent off and make it the perpendicular. That's the one that we want. So we have those turned on. Now let's just draw a basic line over here in our model space. So we can now make another line that when we come across, we can snap, and you'll see that it automatically gets attracted to that endpoint. And on my crosshairs, I now have a green triangle that lights up inside of it to tell us that we're at near the endpoint. So if I click, now that is attached at that point. Let's look at the next one, and we can look at the mid point snap, and as you can see, when I get to it, it is a triangle. So there's going to be different symbols as we do different types of snaps. So let's look at the perpendicular. So if we draw our line here, as you can see, it tells us where our perpendicular line should be by giving us that right angle symbol. So we come over here and we click and it snaps. The final one that we have is an intersection. So if we want to, let's say we want to draw from that intersection, we can come at this point where the two lines cross, and you can see that we have an X in our crosshairs. So we draw there and we can draw our line out. So that's different line functions. Now, one of the things you may notice is that when you're using it in practice, my symbol is a little bit larger. I'm doing that for demonstration purposes, but if you want that larger aperture, which is also going to give you a wider area that you're going to be snapping to, you'll come over to your menu and you can drop down, hit the object snap settings, and then you can come to options, or another way is just typing options in your command bar and you'll see this auto snap marker size, so you can adjust this to how you see fit and to your drawing style. So I will put this at this location and click OK, OK, and save those settings. Now let's look at some of the additional snaps that we have. So let's come in and let's unselect these items that we had, and let's look at center, geographical center, and the quadrant. And what these get for us is, let's say we draw a circle and we have a circle and we want to draw another line to it. Well, we can click, and if we want to get to one of the quadrants, such as the top quadrant, which would be at our 0 degrees, our 90, our 180, our 270, then we have those and they come up as that diamond. Or if we want to draw from the center of the circle or to the center of the circle, we can do that, and it highlights as a small circle inside of our uh, larger circle. So that gives us our snapping point. So let's delete these and let's create a rectangle. With the rectangle, what you can do is it can find the center of the object, and this works with any polygon, not just a rectangle. So we can snap to this center, and this is especially helpful if you were to be moving the rectangle and you were trying to move it from its center. If you don't have this turned on, then I've seen people draw a line from corner to corner, and then they will do a snap to the midpoint and move it that way so that we can move that snap. Okay, so now let's look at another one of the options that we have in there. Let's get rid of these, and we can use the quadrant, or not the quadrant, but the tangent snap. Now, where the tangent snap comes in helpful, again, is if we're drawing a line and we want to draw this line tangent to the circle, then we can come up here and we can hit right here. And now you see that it gives us that tangent symbol, which is a circle with a line through at the top. So we can draw a tangent to that circle. So that's what the tangent allows us to be able to do. So those are pretty much the basic snaps that you're going to use in probably the majority of your drawings. Thank you for attending today's presentation. If you want to see more content like this, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we really appreciate your support. If you have any comments or have any suggestions for future videos of this type on AutoCAD, please be sure to comment below. Thank you.